S1-Ep17. Let go. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch, or your bitch might get pulled. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch, yeah, your bitch might get pulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No talking.
What's good, man? It's your boy Riley, aka Riley the Great, and you're now tuned in to another episode of the Millennial Mayhem podcast.
Another one.
I got my cousin with me, as usual, Young Tony D. What's going on, G?
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm chilling, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited today. Man, it's just a good day.
Good.
Hell yeah. You supposed to feel good.
Hey.
And then you
know for no fucking reason.
For no damn reason. And we got the abominable light skin. Young Ray Matthews over there to the left. What's going on, man?
Man, boys, that gave me a whole new nickname. I got a couple
abominable light skin.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. But I got a couple things I need to address before we get started. Cause first off, it's just two things. First off, boys that gotta get gallon jugs and label it to drink water is mad at me because I drink water. I don't understand it. And then secondly, this is just a moment of transparency. I got pulled over yesterday, and as a result of me getting pulled over, I had to put the guns up. I had to put the guns up.
Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, button that, dog. I wish I knew what button that was. I'd be like, chill out, man.
I gotta be most hated. No.
Boy ain't got no guns, man.
You see him.
Hey, how Sonic used to die?
We should probably get that sound with that, man. So how you guys Thanksgiving, man?
It was live, bro. My Thanksgiving was really live. I as you all know, my grandmother died a couple months ago, and so my cousin is in the Navy, and so I'm sure she spent multiple Thanksgivings by herself, but this one I didn't want her to spend by herself, and so I went to DC to spend Thanksgiving with her. I went down there for 7 days, man. DC is live, man, and it was a different experience to be able, like, they closed down pretty much. But we got a chance to ride around and see all of the monuments, man. It's different. Seeing, we saw I got a chance to see the National Monument, the Capitol Building, Martin Luther King's Monument, which is so live, bro. Like that, seeing that thing in person, it was just a nice moment, bro. And so, I had a good time.
And to be honest with you, man, like, watching your social media while you were out there, man, it really looked like you were definitely enjoying yourself. And I was telling Stacey, I was just like, man, I think Ray needed this time away. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, just needed to unwind, go chill with family, man, enjoy himself, and just relax.
Yeah.
So
that
was good for you, bro.
That was solid, bro. I had a good time, and we ate and just chilled, bro. So
that was up.
Yeah. Well,
mine was dope. I cooked at the highest, man.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you are cooking food right now, man.
Bro. I cooked, dog. I was kind of upset that I didn't get to smoke my turkey because so much kept happening. I was like, damn, dog, I'm behind. I can't smoke my turkey like I need to. So I just bought some turkey wings and some Cornish hens and shit. Got in the kitchen and whipped it on up. My wife came in there and did her thing too. So we had dinner over here.
I was mad I ain't getting none of that seafood dressing. That's
I'm
gonna
make some more for Christmas though.
Oh, I'm here.
So I'll make sure, you know what I'm saying? I know exactly what I need to do. Like I didn't know. Apparently it's a thing. Like I didn't know you wasn't supposed to use Jiffy. So when I told Shay, like, hey, I use Jiffy, she was like,
You're sleeping on the couch.
But thank you. It tastes good, baby, I promise. Like, no, I didn't know. Like, because my aunt brought me some dressing. Because she knew I was just cooking over here, so she brought me some dressing. But Shay don't eat, gizzards and turkey,
right?
Which was in it. So I was like, I gotta find something, for Shay to eat, and I just made it on a whim. So
at least you were being thoughtful. It was
a thought. It was a thought.
It was a thought.
But you should have seen her face. She was like, yeah, like Chrissy Teigen. She's like, yeah.
Said next time if I use Jiffy, I ain't telling you.
Yeah, right. What about yours, man?
Yeah, well, as far as mine goes, it was just like any other year, man. Just went to my dad's house, kicked it with my brother and them, saw my nephew, have our family moments where we rank on each other and do all that extra shit, eat a lot, and then go back home.
It definitely looked like you ate a lot.
Yeah, gaining it.
No, fam, we're supposed to be losing, fam. We're supposed to be losing.
Man, that nigga like Ray be hating, bro. I'm down like 8 pounds.
Now-
8 pounds now. He talking about look like I've been eating a lot.
All this hating you've been doing at the beginning, and now I'm the hater. God dang.
If it wasn't recorded,
Sometimes
it
you just
didn't
gotta
happen.
be truthful, dog.
If it
It
wasn't,
looked like y'all was having a good time though. I saw the story when you was at your pop's house, and then Jamarcus has a kid now, and so
well, that's my older brother. Jamarcus is my older brother.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it looked like y'all was having a good time.
Oh yeah,
Bro, I seen that one pic that you posted like on your story. I thought your pops was asleep in the chair, bro. That boy looked like he was drunk.
Nah,
sleep.
he was just chilling,
like,
man.
Nah, he was chilling. I was
Yeah,
like,
like,
bro,
he-
he was just
He's slow
slumped.
boogie.
Yeah.
My old man is slow boogie. He don't even drink
Yeah.
like that. Slow
he do.
boogie.
He slow boogie. He cool old man.
Old
Man, that's good.
Old
dog.
Saint Nick looking at.
he was in the y'all was all chilling on the couches or whatever. He was in the back just in
I
his
thought
zone.
he was asleep.
Yeah.
In his zone.
Hey, before we get into the topic today, for those who are watching on YouTube, we want to encourage you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Please do.
To like.
And if there's something that comes up in this podcast that you want to talk about, go ahead and leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Please.
And that's on all the platforms.
Yeah.
And don't DM me personally. Like, I know y'all know it's me on, and these two guys on Millennial Mayhem. Don't send me no DM. Don't send them no DM. Just comment, fam. Like, we ain't gonna bite your head off.
Yeah.
Please subscribe.
I
though.
enjoy it when people have different opinions of mine. Like, okay,
Cool.
it's a different point of view I need to
Yeah.
look at. I'm all right with that.
But today we're going to be talking about toxic masculinity, and this topic was inspired by a slew of things that's been happening lately.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And the first one is the picture that Mr. Smokie Norful
Yeah.
posted not too long ago, where his 16-year-old son is sleeping on his chest. And me personally, I'm not playing that shit. You get your big ass up off me. We have an age limit. I don't have any kids, but in my head, I have an age limit for when you can cuddle with me, because that shit don't even sound right. Being a dad cuddler with another but people are kind of coming at me like I can come off as toxic by feeling that way. But I'm not cuddling my kid and he going to sleep on my chest when he's 17, 16 years old. Like when you start growing hair on your stuff, don't come cuddle me, fam. Nah. When you hit that, that's about 11, 12.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. You can get a hug or some dab. You can get a hug for real, because I don't want to.
Sound too toxic.
Yeah, man. But
But
laying on me, hell no.
I don't think that's toxic. See, that ain't the toxic thing for me. And even though I agree with you, like, well, that's you. That's your prerogative.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. What ends up being toxic is when, Smokie does that and people start calling him weak, talking about, he raising his son to be soft and gay. That's the toxic part. Because I know guys that do that with their kids, and these 16, 17-year-olds will still try to knock your head off your damn shoulders. Like, they still like some tough dudes. They just got affection, from their father in a different way. Because I can tell you now, I can't go lay on my dad. Like, I couldn't go do it, but my dad still gave me, the type of love and affection that I needed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think that it's soft or gay. Hey, man, how you choose to love and show affection to your kid is on you.
Yeah, I just disclaimer, I got 3 boys.
Okay.
And so when I saw the picture of Smokie, I was like, the initial thought was what you thought, Steve, like, nah, no way. Not at 16. Go cuddle with your mama. That's what your mama is there for. Like, I'm not here to cuddle with you. Like you said, I'll give you a hug. You know what I'm saying? We can show each other affection. But by 16, that's not our affection anymore. Like, you done had enough of laying on my chest and doing all the other stuff. Go lay on your mama or go get in your own bed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's it. But, I don't agree with us killing Smokie for doing it, because we all, show our affection to our children in whatever way we do it. When I went on that picture and I looked at the comments, most of the comments were from women who were like basically saying that's a good thing, that's a good thing, that's a good thing, or whatever. I didn't really see any men commenting on it, and so like that, you know, like I'm okay with Smokie doing it, but as for me in my house, go get in the bed, nigga. Go find your mama, because it ain't happening for me. And that you know, nothing against him, but I'm just not doing it.
And that just, you know, goes into what we really want to talk about. Like, so I don't think toxic masculinity is a real thing. I think people have levels of masculinity that they want to display, but I don't think it's toxic is. I don't want, there should not be any adjective to describe masculinity. It just is what it is. You know, if for toxic masculinity, I just think that's an asshole. That's an assholeish person. It's not really has anything to do with masculinity. It's just that nigga's a dick. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know, like, so, and there are people that are like that are men. There are people like that that are women. So I hate the term being coined.
I get it though, because it's just like us being like, we know that super feminist woman that we just can't, you know, all right, hey, girl, shut up. Yeah. You know, you just want to say, hey, man, shut up. Like, damn. You know, I get it. So I do think that, you know, a form, like, it's levels. And I do think that at times, you know, if you reach the toxic level, then, you know, we can call it out for what it is. But I don't think like how everybody, you know, I'm a little different. How everybody is perceiving, you know, toxic masculinity. I don't think that it really is. It's just masculinity. Like,
yeah, it's masculine. And then the definition of the term has kind of been manipulated and adjusted throughout the time that it's been in existence. Because for those who don't know, they've been using that term toxic masculinity since like the 1980s. I forgot the name of that guy or woman. Oh no, it was a guy. I think his last name was Connell. R.W. Connell or something like that. Know, bro. Yeah, he started exploring some of the toxicities within the male species when he saw that the women were kind of working on themselves and looking at themselves differently within that particular time frame. So he started looking at us like maybe we need to adjust some of the things that we do as far as because, you know, back in the day, boys was on this show no feelings thing and, you know, got to be hard, blah, blah, blah. So he started looking at us and like, man, we might need to, you know, adjust it or like not even take it to certain levels, which I kind of understand. But now, from what I see now, like typical man shit is starting to be considered toxic.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And that's why I say I don't believe it.
And that's what leads me into that. Like, that was the perfect lead into, you know, how I feel about it. Because listen, toxic masculinity was created so that somebody could make some money. The actual term, the actual term is like you need to see a psychiatrist or you need to see someone who specializes in toxic masculinity because I can help you through it. It's not a thing for the actual term is not a thing for me. Do we as men have toxic behavior? Hell yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some behavior traits that some of us have. Some of us is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some behaviors that some of us have that are toxic. But do I think the toxic masculinity thing is the term? No, they're separate. Masculinity is its own thing, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But they put the term together for, like I said, to make some money, to try to tell you that this is what you are. Nah, man. I have some toxic behaviors, but toxic masculinity doesn't. It's cool to be a man. I like being a man.
So let me ask you this, since you just said that. Do you think there's only one way to be masculine, or are there multiple forms of being masculine? No, because that's the thing that people are trying to push when they talking about toxic masculinity. They're saying that, you know, I define my masculinity based on me. I don't want to define my masculinity based on societal norms or things that we've learned growing up. So, do you think it's like for me? I think it's only one way to be a man. But that's just me. So, how do you feel about that?
I think that there's only one way to be a man. There, like you said, there is only one way to be a man. Now, do we all have a clear vision of what that one way is? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what the issue is like, you know, the definition of being a man that society has pushed is why we consider toxic masculinity a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a man don't have to be like, oh, you just all Brody. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, I just think the definition of what being a man is like clouded, and we got the wrong thing. Like you said, back then, it was like boys was on that no showing emotion at all type shit. But we know that don't make you less of a man. Right. You know what I'm saying? We understand that you can still be a man with when doing those things. So yeah, I think that there's only one way to be a man, and you know, but I think that view is just clouded from different things. So,
oh man,
it's tough.
I got nothing for that. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing for that.
Yeah,
because I could say that is, you know, only one way to be a man is, you know, I probably put my foot in my mouth, but be born a man. But because because you handle situations differently, right?
Right.
You handle, you know, your house differently from how I handle my house. It don't make you more of a man. It doesn't make me more of a man. Mm-hmm. We're still men. We just handle things differently. And like how you were raised and how I was raised were different, but we're still men. We still handle our shit. We just handle it differently. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that, you know, that I'm masculine. I know what I believe is masculine. I know what you believe is masculine. Somewhere along the line, it differs. Mm-hmm. But ain't nothing toxic about it. No, and to me, it's more than one way to be a man. But, man, who gives a... Like, if you handling your shit, I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. And from what I read, you know, they kind of... To give it a gauge on, you know, being masculine, they say it's based on your ability to take risks. You know, you'll be more prone to taking risks. You're a little bit more aggressive when it comes to certain things, and like you kind of like yearn to be the alpha. And what they said when I read is that, since that is the benchmark of being a man, dudes that don't reach those monikers or they don't reach like alpha status within whatever, or they don't get a certain amount of money, or they don't reach what people view as being a masculine man, they start to lash out to people that are I guess not subservient, but like, you know, from a standpoint of like toughness, they start lashing out to people that are a little bit weaker than them. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know, they try to, you know, branch that with, you know, domestic violence and things of that nature. And it's an interesting topic to talk about, but I don't like that they kind of put the two together, like domestic violence with societal norms as far as what a man is. Like, you should know not to hit women. I don't give a fuck what you done went through. Right. So that's why I'm saying. That's why I said earlier, like, don't put masculinity in it. You just an asshole, fam. If you aren't where you want to be, that's on you.
That's your fault. Yeah,
that's on you. Fam. Like, I know me. Y'all can call me toxic all the fuck y'all want to, but I know I want the corner office. Yeah. I want the baddest chick. Yeah. I want to be I want to have the best body I possibly can, and I work towards all those. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I don't get to a level that some other man is, I'm not finna look at it like, damn, I ain't shit. I just know I probably reached my potential, and I can live with that. I can live with working towards a certain goal. But that don't make, like you said, it don't make me no less, you know, any less masculine than anybody else. But I'm not finna. I don't care. Like, I don't see comparison. I just see myself when it comes to shit like that, you know?
When I think about that, I just think about gender roles. And it's one thing that we trying to wipe it away. Like, we trying to wipe away the fact that a man should be the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? Because we have our own definition of head of household. Head of household don't mean that I'm in charge of you. It's just like in the military, you got a chain of command. You know what I'm saying? You got to stick with the chain of command. Yeah. And the man should be, in the Bible, the man should be at the top of the chain of command. It doesn't mean that, right? It doesn't mean that I'm your owner, But a lot of women like try to push that, like because you want to be the head of the household. You don't own me. You don't. I'm not saying I own you. It's just like I'm the head of the household.
This is my domain. Like I gotta make this shit. I gotta make it shake. That's how I look at it. Like this is my domain. I gotta make it shake. Mm-hmm. If my contributions waver or wane, then the ship is gonna fucking probably sink. So I'm looking at it like I want to protect this. I want to preserve my shit. You know,
you should. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And now, I don't think that ain't toxic.
But see, I think that people, if we're gonna just stick with the term, I think that I also, man, I wish a woman was here because I could
yeah, we're gonna do a part two to this.
We do because I think women aid in it as well.
Yeah,
because like here's the thing: if you feed my ego, you waking up and calling me king. Guess what? I'm gonna feel like I'm supposed to be king here. Yeah. So this hierarchy that you was just talking about, I'm head of the household. Don't call me king if you're not willing to submit to the king. Don't do it. Cause otherwise you're just being a goddamn hard headed motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like you just being hard headed. You just doing it for shits and giggles. Yeah. Like it's gonna come off a time where you thinking I'm just being, toxic. No, I'm just being a man.
Just being a man. And the thing about it, and women, hear me clearly, because I'm not clowning y'all or nothing.
No way.
I'm not going at you because I love our women. I love women.
Definitely.
But you guys want a man's man. Like y'all want the pinnacle. Y'all want the one that's striving for the success and the greatness. Y'all want, and it comes with perks, and it also comes with some bullshit. Now, that bullshit shouldn't be knocking you around, because that's just, like I said, that's not being toxic. That's just being an asshole.
Yeah,
man.
Or dumb.
Yeah, but some things come with. It's a give take deal. You want a man's man. But you want him to also be emotional. You also want him to cater. But it's things that don't always come together like that.
You're not gonna get everything.
You're not gonna get everything.
I do understand when women are saying, "Hey, you need to open up more." That's we're not taught that growing up. Well, I don't know how everybody was brought. I know I wasn't taught to just let your emotions out.
Yeah.
I wasn't really taught that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So I hold my emotions in. Now I'm not gonna say now, but like a few years ago, I started showing more and more emotions, growing as a person. Now, do I still struggle with it? Yeah,
100%.
And I know a reason why a lot of men don't, still struggle with it, because the first time that a man tried to show a woman his emotions, shit backfired and she used it against him. And now I ain't doing it no more.
Right.
You finna get this toxic masculinity that you keep talking about, because when I opened myself up, you used it against me.
Yeah.
Damn, I heard that.
Like when I get emotional, don't call me no broad. Don't say I'm being, weak. Nah, fam. You asked me to be emotional. I'm trying to do that.
Are you in your feelings?
Yeah, you in your feelings. What's wrong with you? You acting like a little bitch.
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that?
The little text thread about the guy,
right.
His friend dad dying or something like that, and then old girl didn't want to come. Boy, I would have had her shit. Hey, bye.
Now I will say, did you read it?
I didn't read the text thread, but
I'm going to send you that.
Yeah.
But the dude did come off a little soft. That I can't even lie. The dude came off a little soft, and people were getting on my ass about that too, because he said, "All right." For those who haven't read it, what he said was, my friend just died. I'm feeling a little lightheaded and dizzy. So for me, when I saw lightheaded and dizzy, that was pause. Lightheaded and dizzy, nigga?
Hey, man.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
No, I feel you. Go get some food if you lightheaded and some water.
It's not that easy though, but I feel you.
No, go get some food and water. So that I was like that was kind of. But I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep reading. So I kept reading, and then the girl she said she was at a baby shower. She said, "I'm sorry that this happened to you." And then he was like, "Man, I need you to come home." And then she was like, "Well, I promised the woman who I guess was having the baby shower,
coworker,
my coworker. I promised her that I would stay behind and clean up." And so so he got in his feelings. Which I understand him getting in his feelings, but then he started doing petty shit which I thought was kind of soft. He started talking about, well, when your grandmother died, I was there for you and blah, blah, blah. And then she got pissed. And they're just doing the whole back and forth thing, which I thought that's just soft. That's soft. Like, you don't, like, if she say, like, you gotta treat shit like how Q did in Love and Basketball. If I ask you to stay past your curfew and you like, nah, I got basketball practice in the morning, bet. I'm about to finish you, and then I'm going to the league.
This nigga here, dog.
Like,
toxic.
No. That's a harsh lesson, but it's a harsh lesson to goddamn learn because when I need you, I need you. If I need you emotionally and you're unavailable to me emotionally, what the hell you think this is? Like, because we know most women they need us for emotional support.
Yeah.
You know, they'll come home with all, you know, their emotions right on their sleeve. You know what I'm saying? But we don't, the minute that we do it and we need them, you know, in that situation, like she don't want to come home because of XYZ going on. Like, hold on, my nigga, I need you. Like at the end of the day, that's what the boy was saying. Like, hey, I need you. And in the minute that doesn't happen, like you don't come in. Like, hey, my guy, I'm finna finish you. And I'm going to get me somebody else.
And that's exactly what he said. I'm about to go call somebody else, which is another petty soft thing in my head. Because why you doing all that? Like,
yeah, he didn't have to say that. Yeah, he definitely didn't have to say that.
He was just going a little too far. But the basis of that, like, I understand where he was coming from because you do want, if you, like you just said, if you need your woman, and it's just really heavy on you, then you expect for her to like not drop, like, don't drop work or whatever. But if you're doing some bullshit like a baby shower,
cleaning up. No, not a baby shower. Cleaning up for the baby shower. Look, it's enough people to clean up. But I'm not with you on that because, well, I'm not with you on the first part because I don't think it's soft that he got lightheaded and dizzy. I would have, because every funeral I ever went to I was good. Like, I never cried at a funeral. Never. My aunt died. It never really like made me get like that. Man, let me tell you, when grandmother died, I thought I was good all the way up until the point where I walked into the building. When I walked into the building, I kind of started like, my legs started feeling like jello a little bit. And then I walked past like the sanctuary and I could see her body in the casket. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Oh, that's different.
No, I started questioning myself. Like, why are you feeling like this? Like, hold on, get it together, Ray. You supposed to be like the man, you know, you supposed to be masculine, get it together. But I really could not get it together, bro. Like, until I let it out. And that's the problem, is that we don't give we don't give men a space to just let it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what you need, because once I walked into the sanctuary and then walked up to the casket, I bawled like a baby for a little bit, you know, got myself together. Then I was a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still had my moments throughout the whole thing, but like I felt like I was a little bit better, you know, and I think we just need to give men more of a space to just let it go. Like, my granny always taught me growing up, because I got two younger sisters, and Granny always told me growing up, because my mom was in whatever situation she was in, and so my granny kind of raised us a little bit. Well, when my sisters would cry, my granny would always tell me, you can't cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have room to do that, because you have to be strong for them.
Right.
And so, like, growing up, I never was taught that I needed to show my emotions. Then as I started getting older, I was trying to like keep it that way. But then, you know, my man Crown came in the building, and just when Crown was involved, it was easy to just let it all out. Like, I couldn't hold it back anymore. I couldn't be strong for it. And so, like you said, Tony, as I'm getting older, I'm learning that, like, niggas need a space to do that too.
Right. And that's why I wasn't upset about the Smokie thing. Maybe he's showing his son that at an early age, like, fam, it's okay to express your emotions and catch some affection. Hey, that's how, you saying, man, please, but maybe he's doing that. Maybe he's doing that, fam. Because you like, just think about how different it would be if we were taught that at an early age.
Oh yeah, 100.
I don't know how we would have turned out, you know, as far as, you know, our mental growth, but think how your relationships with women would have had been, or, you know, how would our relationships amongst each other would have been if we were taught, hey, it's okay to, display your affection or your emotions.
But this is my thing, man. This is my thing. Since we're talking about upbringing, and we're talking about our dads in our lives, because all our dads were in our lives.
Definitely.
I think our dads were teaching us how to be men for the society that they grew up in.
Based off of that.
Absolutely.
Right. But I don't think those lessons, as far as being hard and showing no emotion, I don't think that stuff was geared towards the woman you want to spend the rest of your life. That was geared towards you being out in the real world. Society, because you have to be you have to be tough. You have to have thin skin when you're dealing with corporate America with us.
Thick
skin. My bad. You have to have thick skin in order to deal with corporate America. You got to have thick skin when you out here and people try to provoke you and stuff like that. You got to be strong-willed to where you don't let nobody, you don't let nothing fuck over you. And you got to be mentally strong in order to know when I have to resort to a certain tactic in order to make sure that I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think all three of our fathers, because me and my dad, I don't even, I don't even think my dad, we never really said we love each other when we were kids, when I was a kid, but I knew he had my back. My mama used to be the one, I love you, baby, blah, blah, blah. She was a real, emotional, affectionate one. But my dad wasn't really like that, but I still knew, and I still know to this day, if I need something, he got me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. If he needs something, I got him. But I think those lessons were just to help us. And I'm glad, you got the two sides of the coin when it comes to your parents. I like that my dad is a manly man like that, because it kind of showed me how to be one. And I know I can still be affectionate with my woman, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But those, like I said, those lessons were geared towards life.
No,
you don't think that Smokie is trying to do that for his son? Because we're in a different society from what our dads were in.
No, I think
this society is very different. Like, fam, is vastly different from what our fathers grew up in, and they were preparing us.
No, it's not.
Spell vastly.
Why it ain't?
It's not different.
Vastly is, boy, that's.
Go ahead, Steve. What you say?
No, it's not different. You still gotta have thick skin. You still have to strive to be the best, especially as a black man.
Okay, I see what I see what you're saying, but I'm talking about as far as showing emotions and affection. You can still get those same lessons, fam.
No, Smokie, listen.
He did that for clout.
Listen.
He took the picture for clout.
Yeah.
But
Smokie
allowing that to happen.
No, Smokie, listen. Smokie took it to a different level. I am 100% okay with the evolution of things, right?
Right.
Steve, your dad you didn't say I love you to your dad. You know what I'm saying? Which is not a big deal, but when you get a kid, that'll be in your head and you'll evolve, and that's how you'll be a dad, right?
Right.
My dad growing up, it didn't happen often, but up until a certain age, he still kissed me or whatever. We hugged, we showed emotion. We tell each other I love you every single time. And my dad, I feel like, is a manly man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that just leads into the evolution of me as a dad with my kids. Like I never question when I give Noah when I give Noah, Trish, and Cameron a kiss. I never question it. You know what I'm saying? I know where it's coming from. Now, there is an age where it's gonna stop. Yeah. Because now I gotta get you ready, like you said. Now I gotta get you ready for life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay for me to coddle you up until a certain age, but your mama gonna coddle you for forever. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still her baby.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Monique too. Still the baby. I'm still her baby.
You can't tell Pam that I'm not her baby. But that's why that's the beautiful thing about parenting is that we all have roles.
Yeah.
Like in parenting, we all have roles. Mama, you here for this, but guess what? I'm gonna be a little harder now. Because now he got to get ready to go. He got to get ready to go deal with life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but Smokie just in my head, he just took it to another level, man.
He did.
All right, so
that was too much.
I got a question though.
What's up?
Do you allow your friends to share emotional stuff with you, or do you bash them?
Yeah, I do allow my friends to show emotional because that's a closed space.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let you look like a bitch and damn. I'm not gonna let you look like
no. You should say that. I'm not gonna let you look like no bitch in public.
In public, I'm not gonna let my homies look. We in private we can talk about some real stuff. have our moments. You know what I'm saying? If you really like feeling something, then we can talk. I'm not finna come at you weak about that.
I can attest. I definitely can attest to it because when grandmother died, I called Steve and I just
So we can and that don't make you weak at all. But if you go to the bar and go get a fruity ass drink, you weak. I must be toxic. Fuck it, because if I see you with a fruity ass drink with a lime or something on the rim, that shit weak, fam.
Look, there are like I said, there are some of us do have toxic behaviors, and so I get it, but we don't want to deal with the hurt. We just label it something, right? There's some women that have gotten hurt by men. Maybe you got like, you know what I'm saying, sexually objectified. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there was a sexual predator in your life or something. Maybe something like that happened to you. Fam, you just got to deal with that. Don't put your one situation on a whole group of people. Like,
that's not. I mean, people do that, and I agree. And I hate that.
I hate. Oh gosh, go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
I hate it.
My bad.
I hate when people literally, dealing with toxic masculinity. Mm-hmm. People get a one instance of a man doing something, and they want to label it as toxic masculinity when. That dude just doing something stupid.
Yeah.
No, he's evil.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with his masculinity. He is
right.
evil.
He's messed up in the head.
Evil.
Like it ain't got nothing to do with his masculinity.
So don't even bring masculinity into it. Just he's an evil entity. He's a fucked up individual.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you don't have to apologize for that because that's messed up.
And he should be thrown under the jail, wherever. Like I don't even want to go into punishment for shit like that because I don't rock with preying on women in that manner.
Right.
You can pursue women and take them out to eat, blah blah blah, all that good shit. But preying on them because you coming from a sense of physical power,
that's not cool.
I don't rock with that.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And that ain't got nothing to do with masculinity. That just has something to do with him being a effed up individual, and I'm a bow out on.
That's what God gave all of us, man. He gave women the smarts, and he gave us the physical. Like
gave us the brawn.
Yeah, that's
women
it.
The brains.
But because if we just honest, women are smarter than me. I can't speak for y'all, but women are smarter than me. And as a whole,
I'm an engineer.
Oh, this nigga here. My man cheated his way through college.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right on.
Well, with it. But the reason why I asked that question about friends, do you bash your friends, is because we know as fellas, as men, as boys, like we didn't all had our, emotional run-ins behind women. And when we talk to each other, hey, man, stop acting like a little bitch.
Yeah.
We do that to each other. But I think the toxic with women, when they say toxic masculinity, it's like, oh, well, why you telling them? Because
that's what he is.
He need to bulk up a little bit because, hey, you're not going to be able to cry over every situation with a woman like that. I need you to understand, like, hey, this happens. It's life. That I don't think that's toxic masculinity. So, like, a lot of time when women be saying that, I'm like, no, that's not. That's just me telling him, hey, you need to buck up, bro.
You need,
man up.
You need man up, dog.
And like you said, man, that phrase, if you use it for anything, that can be misconstrued as some level of toxic or whatever. Just saying man up.
People see that as toxic.
But some people do gotta buck up.
Hell, they tell women to man up. What the hell? Like, fam, we know what man up means. Man up means, hey, pull your pants up, go to work, like get it together. Like, when last time you heard, hey, warming up? That shit don't even sound right. That don't even sound right.
Oh, hold on, Tony, because you gonna get the whole independent woman movement.
I don't care. Hey, I'm out here like Jon Snow, fam, with the sword. Hey, bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on, fam. Believe me.
And I know y'all know about Game of Thrones, man. Y'all gotta know about that, man.
Yeah, that's a Game of Thrones. But, I'm glad you said that because I think now, this big old shift. I think it's been more more prevalent now to call out toxic masculinity. But we need to start just calling out everything that's just wrong.
Yeah.
Just call it. Yeah. Just call it wrong.
Tell me I'm a cheater. Tell me I shouldn't whistle at you or something like that.
Yeah, like the cat calling.
Yeah.
I don't think that's toxic masculinity. Like, I don't. To be honest, hey, if a man is interested in a woman, how is he supposed to approach her? Yeah. Like how I approach one woman may be different for the next.
Yeah, definitely.
So just call. If you don't like it, just say, "Hey, I don't like how you do that." Don't say, "Oh, it's catcalling. All these men are just toxic masculinity. Look at him." No, call that man out for what he's doing.
Just tell him you don't like it, and then he can respect that and keep it pushing. Because there's a lot of videos that I've seen where they've done the catcalling with a girl walking around for 12 hours in a day, and then recording every time somebody said, "Excuse me, ma." Excuse me, ma.
That's not catcalling.
What is that?
But I'm saying that's not. That's
okay.
I mean, excuse you. Yeah. First of all, you let it off with politely. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Say shawty, that's extra. I mean, but because
that's some southern.
Yeah, that's just how you brought it up.
That's some southern, slang.
Yeah. That's but I can see how women can take that as being extra.
I think women just want, and I'm with it. Like I get it. But I think women just want a safe space to
look good,
do whatever they want to do. Like I want a safe space to wear my booty shorts. I want a safe space to wear my summer dress with no drawers, and not have you do that extra. And I get it, but you deal with each situation independently, man. No. Now, you don't deal with that shit as a whole.
Now, women should do that, but us as men, and I'm gonna go back to the question about friends. The reason why is because I think nowadays men don't hold each other accountable for their fucked up actions. And I hate to say it like that, but men don't hold other men accountable for their bad actions. So women feel like this toxic masculinity just runs rampant because you look at, how, I hate bringing up this situation. The Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation came about. Right. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell all of my friends, no, you shouldn't even be arguing with a woman to the point that where y'all think y'all finna fight. Mm-hmm. I believe that wholeheartedly. I'm going to tell every man that. Do not argue with a woman to the point that you think that you finna have to fight her. Yeah. Men don't do that no more. If she want to run up like a man, she get... Fam, you can run. You can walk out, like you can walk away. Now, I'm not going to tell you not defend yourself, but if a woman is just bumping her gums, let her bump her gums, fam.
Yeah, so that's the
men
opposite.
Do not, but
that could be labeled. If we're going to talk about toxicity, that could be labeled as toxicity because it's from the opposite angle. From the
woman, no. But what I'm saying is, men were like, well, if she want to do that, then you should.
That's toxic.
No. My point exactly.
Yeah.
Us as women feel like, oh, there's not enough men doing that, calling out the man to get away from the situation. Instead, they want to point at the woman and say, well, she should have known not to do that. Well, right, of course, but I'm gonna always talk to the man first.
Right, but at the same time,
I'm a man.
At the same time, they want guys to be more expressive and more emotional. So when he's being emotional and arguing with you, that's him expressing his emotions, whether it's anger, whether it's anger or it's a place of sadness or whatnot. Right. So for like as a man's man, I would look at that like, bro, I'm not arguing with you no more. Yeah. That's what I was saying about that text thread.
Got you. Okay.
I'm not arguing with you no more. If I say it once, I need you, and you give me excuses,
done. But see that now. Question. Are you telling everybody that? Because that's where my point is. Yes, I agree with you because I'm only going to ask you once, hey, or I'm only going to tell you once, I need you. At that point, if you don't, hey, fam, if you have done everything that you said you was going to do, to try to get her to come, be your safe space, and she don't, fam, cut it off. Don't argue. Don't be petty. Don't do none of that. Just cut it off and be like, all right, I'm going to go find my safe space. Mm-hmm. There's not enough men telling other men to do that. They're letting them be petty. Hey, go be petty. I think a man being petty is
that shit soft.
Yeah, that shit soft to me with a capital T.
Soft.
But that's why I'm saying, like, there's not enough men telling other men, hey, this is how we need to act. That's why I feel women as labeled toxic masculinity is just running wild.
Well, and that brings it back full circle. Is there only one way to be masculine? That's
why I said no.
Man, it's accountability. It's an accountability issue for me, man. And it's just like it's a tough space, man, because when you love somebody and you really care for that person, like, yeah, whatever. You could say it. You could say that, you know, when a woman has that reaction to you, that you should just like leave or like bet I'm gonna find my safe space outside of you. That's easy to say, but when you care about somebody, when you love somebody, it's hard to actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times when you're faced with that situation where you like just trying to get a rise out of the person. Like, I'm just trying to make you see what you're doing is wrong. Because me and Taylor have been in that, you know, if I'm just being transparent, we've been in those types of situations where it's like, I just do toxic ass shit just to see if I can get a rise out of her. You know what I'm saying? and it's petty, it's stupid, but it's like, when you, like I said, when you love somebody, when you see a future with that person, it's hard to just do the bet I'll find my safe space.
No, I don't. I see, and I disagree with you on that. And yeah. I wouldn't do that, especially if the conversation's not going anywhere. If y'all just going back and forth and it's not going anywhere, then I mean, what's the point of us keep talking?
Yeah.
There's no point.
I don't like arguing and raising my voice, because when I go there, it takes me out of my element, and I don't want to do that. Like, I don't like doing that. Yeah. So I'm going to talk to you as an adult. I can express my feelings as an adult, and you know, tell you without yelling and without going to that extra, you know, that extra length or that extra mile. But when I do, don't call me, you know, toxic. Don't say, oh, you getting mad. You damn right, because you can push me here.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm with Steve. I don't agree. Like, we'll talk more, you know, away from this, because I do think that we can talk about that. But I don't agree with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel it. It's just like I said, man, I love this podcast because I learned so much by us just doing these things, because it's some stuff that happen where you really have to think about it, and you really got to make better decisions, and you just have to be okay with that decision. And I think that's a part of being a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why God put it for the man to be the head of the household. It's because you got to make that decision, and then not only make it, you just got to really and truly be okay with it and have faith that, you know what, I'm moving around. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you want to do, but as for me, I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So I got a question. I can't even ask you this because you don't have no kids yet. So I can't even ask you.
Make it happen, bitch.
Make it happen. Get to paint some walls.
Man, ask a question.
Get to paint them walls, man. But not Ray.
What about me and my semen?
Hey, man, I want some more little cousins, man. I want some more little cousins, dog. Make it happen. But how do you plan on, you know, raising your sons, you know, to let them know, hey, a man is a man, fam. You're going to do man things. And what's, all right, the cutoff? Like, all right, fam, now you just being irrational. And it's not about being a man anymore. Like, you just being stupid. Like, how do you plan on raising them to show them the difference?
Well, first of all, is for me personally, my dad didn't really have an example. His dad wasn't in his life. And so my dad gave me his example of what he thought of what he felt like a man was. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to remember that at all times, is that, you know, the example that he's given me, which is a great example. He went to the Navy and that gave him discipline and gave him a little structure. And so that's the part of being a man that he gave me. And we talk about, is there different, you know, ways to be a man? That's why I say, like, our definition of what a man is clouded. And so we do those things. And so when I'm dealing with my sons, the best way for me to you know, teach them how to be a man is for me to first and foremost learn how to be a man myself. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm evolving as a person. I'm evolving as a man, and then hopefully my example can be for them what they need to know what a man is. So that's just it. Because like I said, I learned from you. I learned from you. I learned from, just people in my life. Hell, I learned from Taylor what being a man really consists of. And so, through me changing and stopping my toxic behaviors, I hope that, my sons can take that and then from that figure out. Yeah. Right. So,
man, hey, that was very, very well said, bro.
Yeah, it's it's not the first time I thought about it.
It's very well said. And I think that is a good time to get our closing remarks in
this thing.
What you want to lead the people? Because that was a good thing to lead the people with.
I'm done.
What about you? I mean, what you want to lead the people with, Tony?
Man. So I hate toxic masculinity because, for one, like you said earlier, Steve, all you women really want a man's man. It's going to come with the good or the bad. You got to be able to accept both. However, put some limits on some of those things. Mm-hmm. And fellas, let's do better with building each other up, because just because you're a man doesn't give you an excuse to do bullshit.
Yeah. That was solid. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, boys out here spitting, bro. You gotta snap your fingers on some of this shit.
Nah, you gotta snap your fingers, dog.
Like we had a poetry reading or something. Well, what I'm gonna leave you guys with is, if you order a drink that starts with citrus, fruit, lime, twisted, mango, peach, hurricane, something, I'm on your ass. Pause.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now you gotta say pause,
man.
You don't miss it.
Pause. Yeah, I don't miss that. Do not order no mango twist with a lime in front of me, bro, because I'm on your ass. That shit is soft as hell. Don't order. Hey, get something straight. Get what is that? McAllen on the rocks. Double-sided crown. Neat.
Yeah, that
know what I'm saying? Even get some. Yeah, hey, straight stuff.
He's a toxic drinker.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, man. Hey, brown liquor. That's it.
Put some hell on your chest.
Yeah,
the drink police over here.
Yeah, drink police, because that shit is soft. And that's all I got for you guys. Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in, man. People that lasted all the way to the end. Thanks a lot. Go subscribe.
Yes.
Like us. And
comment. Yes. Go subscribe, like, and comment. Also, follow our Instagram page. We have a lot of content on there.
Definitely.
We'll also let everybody know when we're going to drop our next episodes.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Millennial Mayhem podcast, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
I ain't got time for the book. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get bulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hating. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't